Hello viewers and welcome back. Today's video is going to be my 1 to 400 scale model aircraft collection. So I'll be showcasing all 50 of my models in this scale. A lot of them are not going to be seen in NQX updates or even updates for quite some time. But what I'm going to do with this video is I'm going to start with the Australian shelf and then move over to the international shelf towards the end. So starting over here with the Qantas 747s, we've got Dragon Wings Qantas 747-438, registrations Victor Hotel Oscar Juliet Oscar. Next we have one of the two NG Qantas 747 SPs in the 1981 delivery scheme, which is just a modification of the 1971 livery because it's got the SP on the fuselage. This one's Echo Alpha, Victor Hotel Echo Alpha Alpha, named City of Gold Coast and Tweed. And this one, back in 1981, actually became the first 747 to land at Gold Coast Airport. First of two. You can see the name there, maybe, if it will focus, maybe not. Next to that is Victor Hotel Echo Alpha Bravo. Its sister ship in the same livery, but just carrying the official carrier Brisbane 1982 Commonwealth Games livery sticker on the tail, the fuselage. This one's named Winton, which can maybe be seen there, no. And the 400's named City of Toowoomba. Next to that is the Gemini Qantas 747-238B, which this is the very first Qantas model Gemini made. This one's Victor Hotel Echo Bravo Alpha, named City of Canberra, the capital of Australia. That's it for Qantas 74s. Now moving on to the 330s. This model here, this has seen better days. This was actually my first model that started this whole collection in 2013. It's Dragon Wings Qantas Airbus A330-200 in the City Flyer livery, as it can be seen there, under the R2 door. And this is Victor Hotel Echo Bravo Bravo, named Albany, after Albany, WA. Then we've got Victor Hotel Echo Bravo Golf, which is one of 4 A330-203s that Qantas has ever operated, 2 of which are still in service. The other one is Echo Bravo Lima. The other 2 have gone to the Royal Australian Air Force and are now what we call over here KC-30As, our multi-role tanker transporters. And this specific aircraft was also the 5,000th Airbus aircraft made, and on the box for this model it also reflects that. Next to that we've got the first release of the Gemini Qantas 789. This was before they had the registrations were announced. So this one is Quebec Alpha November, and it's also got no name. This was the 2017 release. Then behind that is my newest widebody. This is the NG Light Qantas 7879 Dreamliner in the Yam Dreaming livery. This is Victor Hotel Zulu November Delta, and is named Emily Kame Ngore, I believe this is how it's pronounced. And if you touch the model, you can actually feel the dots as well, which I think is some nice detail by NG. Next to that is the Gemini Qantas 7879 in the 100 years livery. This is Victor Hotel November Zulu November Juliet. Apologies for that. And is named Longreach after one of the 2 towns that it was formed in. Then moving on to the Qantas 73s, we've got the Gemini 1959 retro livery, which was first seen on Qantas's 707-138Bs. Actually 138s, I believe. This aircraft, the real one, was only recently just repainted into the 2016 livery because it will be one of the first ones to be retired once the first few A321 XLRs enter the fleet from next year. Next to that is Qantas's newest 737. That is the 1971 retro livery. This is X-Ray Zulu Papa, and that one was Victor X-Ray Quebec. This one's named James Strong after a former Qantas CEO. And that was my second model that I ever got. This was also been in the wars. It's seen better days. This is the Dragon Qantas 737-800 in the Sharing the Spirit livery, the base livery for this is the 1984 livery. This one is Victor X-Ray Oscar and is named Kakadu. Next is my newest Qantas model. This is the NG Qantas 737-800 splits. Rego is Victor Zulu Victor and is named Palm Cove. This was the second Qantas 737 to get splits. I'm not sure whether I'll get the first one, which was Victor Zulu uniform. I'd rather probably just get some Qantas 73s in the regular livery without any splits because there's more of them. Next we've got Gemini Qantas 737-800 in the Bring It On livery. This was advertising the Australian Wallabies versus the England Lions in 2013. This one's Victor X-Ray Golf and is named Port Douglas, which is a town just north of Cairns. Next is the final Qantas model, and this is the Gemini Qantas 737-800 in the 2016 livery. Victor X-Ray Mike is a rego, and it's named Mount Hotham. And this was the first 1-400 release of a Qantas 73 in this livery. And then it was another, I believe, 7 years until the next one was released, which was Phoenix one, released earlier in 2024. Next, we're going on to one of my favourite airlines of all time, Ansett. This is my first Ansett model. This is a Boeing 747-412, which was leased from Singapore Airlines. This is Victor Hotel Alpha November Bravo. This is made by Phoenix, this one. And moving on to 767s, we've got the Gemini Ansett Airlines of Australia Boeing 767-277 in the Shooting Star livery. Just move that away a little bit. This is one of only two Ansett models that Gemini has ever made in 1-400. The second one will be coming up shortly. This is the Dragon Ansett Australia Boeing 767-277. These both are the exact same rego. This is in the Starmark livery, which is my second favourite Ansett livery after the 1970s Delta livery. I hope to one day get a model in that colour scheme. Anyway, moving on, we've got the other Gemini 1-400 Ansett model. This is the Ansett Australia Airbus A320. Registration Hotel is Hotel Yankee Yankee, and these 276s are Romeo Mike Golf. This was the last A320 delivered to Ansett. It was only in the fleet for about maybe 6 years until the airline went into administration the first time, and then a few months before the second time. And then next to that is a rather interesting one. This is a Dragon Wings 1-400 scale model kit Ansett A320, which, yes, 1-400 scale model kits do exist. This isn't my greatest work, so this is never going to be in any updates. This is going to sit here on the shelf. And that's it for Ansett. Moving back here to the Pacific Air Express Boeing 757 freighter. Seen this multiple times in the NQX updates. Pacific Air Express is another Australian carrier that's no longer with us. They had apparently plans for up to 5 757s, but they only had the one, which is Papa Quebec Alpha. Now moving on to the Royal Australian Air Force, or RAF, we've got a Boeing C-17A Globemaster III in the 100th anniversary decal, and the registration on this is Alpha 41206, I believe. Yep. These ones are the C-17s are operated by 36 Squadron at RAF Base Amberley, which is my closest RAF base, the closest RAF base to me. That's where the RAF once based their many F-111s. Those were better days, that's for sure. Next is a 37 Squadron RAF C-130J30 Super Hercules in the 100th anniversary tail. And this one is, if I can, yeah, it's Alpha 97 442, the rego on this one. These are both Gemini models as well. This is my newest, one of my two newest models, the other one being the Qantas Blitz. This is an NG Royal Australian Air Force Boeing 737 MAX 8 BBJ. These are operated by 34 Squadron at Canberra Airport for VIPs. And then moving on to my other 5 Maxes, we've got all but one of the aircraft that Bonza operated over its 14 or so months in operation. The only one that is missing is one of the 2 Flare MAX 8s that they were leasing, CF Rego Charlie Foxtrot Lima Hotel India, named Bruce. As soon as NG gets onto that one, that will definitely be making its way onto the shelf here. But going in order of when the aircraft were delivered to the airline, we've got here Victor Hotel Uniform Juliet Tango named Shazza. Then Victor Hotel Uniform India Kilo named Bazza. This one has got a special connection to me because this is the one Bonza aircraft I've flown on, and it's also the only aircraft in my fleet that I've actually flown on in real life. So yeah, moving on is Victor Hotel Uniform Juliet Kilo named Sheila, and this was the Max, the Bonza Max that was stored at the Gold Coast when they went into administration until sometime in June, I believe it was, when it finally left the country. Apologies for that. Next is these 3 are all NG aircraft. This one is the only non-NG Max I have. This is a Phoenix Max. And this one is Victor Hotel Uniform Kilo Hotel named Malk. It's a slightly different purple compared to the others. And the final Bonza is, I'll just get the RAF out of the way. This, what we used to call Flonza, it's one of the 2 Flare MAX 8s that were leased to Bonza. This one is Charlie Foxtrot Lima Kilo Charlie, and this was the first one that was delivered. And this isn't a mistake. This is what it was like on the real aircraft. So that the sticker where it says Bonza was a completely different colour to the rest of the fuselage, and on both sides as well, as that can be seen. Then moving on, we've got a Phoenix Pacific Blue 737-800. This was a subsidiary of Virgin Blue before they rebranded to Virgin Australia. This was the international arm that did sort of mostly flights to New Zealand and a few throughout the South Pacific to places like Vanuatu and Fiji. Then moving on, we've got one of the rarest models I have, which is an Air Australia Airbus A320 by Gemini. This one's Victor Hotel Yankee Quebec Charlie. This is the only model ever made of an Air Australia aircraft in 1-400. I managed to get this for quite cheap, so I'm quite proud of that. Next is one of my 2 Jetstar models. This is the Phoenix Airbus Jetstar A320 in the 2010 livery. The only way it's different to all the others is that it's got the all black domain titles on both sides of the fuselage. This one is Victor Hotel Victor Foxtrot Foxtrot. Next is the third model I ever had. This is the JC Wings Jetstar A320 in the 10th anniversary livery, as we call it down here, Jaffa. Rego Victor Hotel Victor Golf Foxtrot. This has been one of my favourite models ever since I got it. And moving on to the last few Australian models, we've got an NG Virgin Australia 737-700. This one is Victor Hotel Victor Bravo Yankee, named Kingston Beach. This one, back when it was with Virgin Blue, was the only aircraft in the fleet that wore blue, as it was their 50th aircraft. Next is a couple of models you've seen in NQX videos. First one is the Alliance Fokker 100 in the regular livery by Gemini. This is Victor Hotel Uniform Quebec Charlie. And then my newest Alliance model, this is the Gemini Alliance Fokker 100 in the Southern Cross minor livery. One of two Charles Kingsford Smith liveries that Alliance has. The other one is, if you look at all the yellow on this model, replace it with navy, and replace all the navy on this model with yellow. That's essentially what it is. And that one was commemorating the 90th anniversary of the first Trans-Pacific flight, which was conducted by Sir Charles Kingsford Smith. Then the last two Australian models, we have a custom Gemini Air North Embraer 170. This was made by a guy I know on Instagram, got it off his eBay store. This was a British Airways Embraer 170, and this is Victor Hotel Alpha November Tango. And then finally we've got a Regional Express Saab 340B by Gemini. This is Victor Hotel Zulu Romeo Lima. And now that's it for the Australian models. I'll just pause it and take it over to the international shelf. Welcome back. Now over to the international shelf, where we have one of my favourite models. This is the Gemini Lufthansa Boeing 747-8 in the new livery. Sorry. This is Delta Alpha Bravo Yankee Charlie, and his name's Sashin. Next is the Gemini United 777-300ER in the Evo Blue livery. Rego is November 27490 uniform, I believe, which is correct. Then it's the first release of the Gemini KLM 777-300ER in the Orange Pride livery. Rego is Papa Hotel Bravo Victor Alpha. Is named De Hoog Veluwe National Park, I believe. Next is another one of my favourites. This is the Gemini Virgin Atlantic 7879 Dreamliner from 2021, I believe. Registered Golf Victor Zulu India Golf, and is named Dream Genie, which is just on the nose there, but of course it won't focus. Next is Gemini Air Tahiti Nui Boeing 7879 Dreamliner. Rego Foxtrot Oscar November Uniform India, and is named Bora Bora. The actual aircraft isn't named Bora Bora, that's on another one of their 787s. And we've got a Phoenix Singapore Airlines Airbus A350-900, Rego Nina Victor Sierra Mike India. This is my only A350 in the fleet, in my collection. Next is Gemini Eastern Airlines Boeing 767-336ER, November 705 Kilo Whiskey. This aircraft from about 2000, I want to say, up until 2013, flew for Qantas as Victor Hotel Zulu X-Ray Delta. Next is Dragon Wings Japan Air Self-Defense Force Boeing E767, Rego 643501. Not really a lot to say about this one. Next is a Phoenix McDonnell Douglas DC-9 in the 2010 FIFA World Cup Trophy Tour livery. Rego Zulu Sierra Golf Alpha Juliet. This aircraft, I believe, was operated by Global Aviation, a South African company. Last four models, we've got this British Airways Airbus A321 Golf Echo Uniform X-Ray Echo. This one I've had for a while. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. I've been thinking of maybe trying to turn it into a Qantas Freight A321 because it's mostly white. Next to that is Vietjet Airbus A321 in the 9000th Airbus aircraft titles, Rego Victor November Alpha 651, and this was back when Gemini's A320 family aircraft with the CFM engines looked quite neo-ish because they were way too large. Whereas if you look at the size of that engine compared to this Ansett engine, it's a lot larger, which that's very obviously how you can tell that looks like a Neo even though it's not. Then the last two models in the collection are this Dragonwings Northwest Airbus A320 November 331 November Whiskey. This aircraft was only very recently just retired from Delta Airlines service after a good 30 odd years in service. And the final model is this Dragonwings North American Boeing 737-800. This one's been through a bit. Rego on this one is November 802 November Alpha. Now I'll just take it back over and look at the Bonzes. So I want to thank you all for watching this video and all the others on the channel. Really means a lot. Hope you all had a very Merry Christmas and have a very happy and safe New Year. Goodbye.